Good morning, and welcome to another episode of this fucking show. My name is Frank Rapp,
I'm at Vachon.
and we're two bald guys that have beards that are going to talk about, I don't know, random shit, I guess, today. So Matt, anything going on? Anything exciting happening in your neck of the world today?
It's football day.
It's football day. It is. It's a big day.
That's the big exciting thing for me. I'm repping my Chase Winovich jersey today.
Nice.
So,
nice.
So that's the exciting thing for me is football is back. Well, technically it was back Thursday, but
It was.
We're back today.
We're back. I'm repping a Carson Wentz jersey, who doesn't even play for the Eagles anymore. So
that's okay.
This is the only football jersey I have.
Yeah.
And the best part is just the patch on here, as everybody can see, and he didn't play in that Super Bowl because he was hurt. So,
but he was there for moral support.
He was there to back up Big Dick Nick.
Yeah,
who is probably more of an icon in Philly than Carson Wentz will ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, funny how that shit works out, huh?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start off with Thursday night. Did you watch that game?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the whole game?
I fell asleep probably with about 5 minutes left.
I watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
I will say this, two things real quick. Well, probably three things real quick. Tom Brady's still the man.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's defense is terrible on the back end.
Yeah.
And Dallas really looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Except they didn't run Mr. Elliott very much, which I was very puzzling about. But
yeah. But he apparently. So my boss is a big Cowboys fan, and we talked after. And he was like, you know what? He goes, usually I'm pretty pissed off when the Cowboys lose, but he's like, you know what? He's like, it almost felt like a win, because he was like, I can't believe like how well they played and stuff. And we talked about Elliott, and he goes, yeah, but he goes, if you look, he's like, he made like a bunch of huge blocks where Prescott would have got crushed. So he's like, it's like, yeah, he didn't run the ball, but he's like, he was worth his weight in gold that game because he kept, Dak from probably getting injured again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it too, but I will, because I hate Dallas, because whatever.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard looked better than Mr. Elliott, I think, on Thursday.
I mean, he did last season too. So
true, he did. But they can't cut him for another 2 years because he makes so much money.
Yeah.
This year and next year, he has to stay on that roster. And then the following year, they can probably get rid of him, which they probably will.
Yeah.
Because he just makes too much money.
Yeah. And, as we've seen, the last decade, like the running back position has become, almost like a plug and play.
If you don't have three good running backs on your team, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah. Or if you're the Ravens and you have no running backs on your team.
No.
They went out and signed everybody, but
they signed everybody. Well, first was Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Then they signed Devontae Freeman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Freeman.
And then Murray was like, "Fuck you, New Orleans. I don't want to take a pay cut." So they released him, and then Baltimore signed him.
Yeah.
So Murray becomes number one in Baltimore right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Le'Veon Bell will be the third down back probably.
Yeah.
And then they got that rookie there who we'll see what he does today or Monday night, because he's like the only healthy running back on their roster, I think, right now. So
yeah.
Because Le'Veon Bell needs like another week or two to get his legs underneath him, according to John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be working out and getting ready anyway?
Well, you'd think so, but apparently not. He was just playing Madden quite a bit.
Oh yeah, speaking of Madden, I downloaded that Friday night, and I'm fucking horrendously terrible.
Yeah.
We'll just
it was super glitchy. I started playing it, and did one of those things where I like beat whoever I was playing, and they said it was a loss. So I was like, wait, no. And then so I restarted like my franchise, and I got to the Tampa Bay game. I beat Tampa Bay, and then it said it was a tie. So I was like, motherfucker. I was like, I'm not restarting over this fucking franchise again. But then it did an update and I haven't had any issues since. But yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up downloading it. I think it's free to play this weekend or something.
Oh, really?
I think, and then I just ended up downloading it, and then I was playing a couple of games, and it said, "Oh, you've been signed out of the EA servers," and then it just totally brings you back to the homepage. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
but bear in mind the Eagles in that game are terrible. Maybe it's going to be like real life.
Yeah, but you can trade for whoever on it. And then also on that franchise, they automatically signed Kaepernick.
Yeah, I saw
and
that,
that's
and Newton.
yeah, and so and then when I started like the franchise over again, they still like re-signed they
Yeah,
still signed Kaepernick.
yeah. So it was funny. So I'm looking, and it's like Cam Newton. I'm like, what? He's on San Francisco. He's starting over Garoppolo, and they
Yeah.
have Garoppolo on the trade block.
Yeah.
And Kaepernick's in fucking, I think I think they put him in either Indy or they put him in Houston.
Yeah.
And I was like, good Lord, people.
Yeah.
Like, I love how Madden tries to get him in the game, but yet nobody else fucking wants
No,
him.
but yeah, the only place he gets in the game
Is Madden. Well, they just added him back in Madden, what, last year?
Yeah, last year.
Because he's been out of Madden since he's been gone,
Yeah, right.
as he should have been.
Yeah.
Maybe I can sign Julian Edelman.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Maybe
the thing. It's like, why I mean, there's a lot of other players. Like I can't I can't think of any examples now, but there have been people that were like free agents or whatever that probably weren't coming back and they weren't on the game like
right,
before. I don't remember who, but there was somebody that I was looking for trying to get and he wasn't on the game.
right.
I was like, well, that's fucking dumb. But,
So our buddy was at the game Thursday night, and his wife.
oh, really?
Yeah, they flew down Thursday.
Oh, I didn't know they went to the game, though.
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah. They had their seats were basically field level, like right at one of the end zones.
Yeah.
He
No
sent me a
shit.
picture. I'll send you the picture. Their seats were stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's probably one of the last times you might see Brady, so you might as well pay out the ass to see it, have a good seat. So
Yeah.
and they picked a hell of a game to go to. So
Yeah. I said the same thing when I went and saw him in the Deflate Gate game. I was like, this is probably my last chance to see Brady. I gotta go.
and that game, it rained the whole game, right?
Ran the whole fucking game.
And you were soaked the entire time.
Entire game. Miserable.
Where were your seats for that game?
Far away. Yeah, it's because Patriot game tickets, they're still dumb, but it was crazy. Like in, I think it was like maybe 06, maybe the year before the undefeated regular season.
Yeah.
Like my brother and one of his friends, they got like 50-yard line behind the Patriots bench, like 6th or 7th row, like something crazy. And I was like, oh, wow, back when you could still like kind of afford Patriot tickets. So.
Yeah. Dad and I went 08 to an Eagles Patriots preseason game.
Yeah.
That was when I was working at Chimbro, so I got the Chimbro seats. I think it was 08, 07, Jesus. Something like that. They no one wanted to go. Who wants to go to preseason? So we went down, and that was the only time I saw Brady because it was the third preseason game, so like everybody played like the first half.
Yeah.
And saw Brady and saw I think McNabb was still in the Eagles, and Deshaun Jackson was a rookie, I think, then, and he ran a punt back, I think, for a touchdown. It was kind of cool. So
yeah. Were the seats pretty good?
Oh, dude, they were fantastic. I got the.
Yeah,
I don't have it in here. It's at work, but I have the picture of us and then the ticket stub in my office at work.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
The ticket stub was the guy plowing the field for the kick.
Yeah.
And that was the ticket stub. I thought that was kind of funny. So there was a guy with the plow just making a line so the Vinatieri could kick. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So today should be interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
So do I start Jameis Winston or Mac Jones in a touchdown only league today?
Who are the Saints playing?
They're playing Green Bay and Jacksonville.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah,
It's hard, isn't it?
That's tough because we haven't seen Mac in a
Right.
uh, you know,
Right. Do you go with the rookie or do you go with the guy? He's had it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know what to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
we'll have to circle back to that one. Does that sound familiar? We'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
All right, we'll circle back. So big slate of games today. Everyone's going to be excited for football. The Eagles and Falcons play at 1 on Fox, which is I'm shocked about.
Yeah.
And then we have Buffalo and Pittsburgh at 1 o'clock on CBS.
Yeah.
Then at 4:25, and then at 4:25 on CBS, it's the Pats and the Dolphins.
Yep.
So instead of Fox showing the national game of the Packers Saints, we get the Broncos and Giants.
Oh yeah, because we're so goddamn close to New York.
So I wanted to watch the Packers game, but I guess I'll have to watch it in other ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nobody wants to watch the Broncos and Giants. I'm sorry. Unless you're Chris Brady. But
yeah, or you have family on the team. That's about it.
Chris Brady or Jason Richards. Other than that, no one else wants to watch the Giants. So.
Yeah. It is weird though. Like there are like a lot of Giants fans around just because, it's mostly older people who, predate New England having a team or having a good team. So, so there's a ton of Giants fans.
Well, think about it. Before the Patriots had a team, the Giants were on TV all the time up here because it was It was the local team at the time. So
right, yeah, and even my dad would always say the New England games were never sold out, so they were always blacked out. So you would always get. So it was like you never really got too many Patriot games.
Right. And that was back when they had that stupid rule, which that should never have even been a rule, but whatever, it's okay.
I was like, what? Nobody in Jacksonville can watch any games then?
Apparently not.
That's the rule.
remember Cleveland when Cleveland was terrible?
Yeah.
So Cleveland's at Kansas City today, and it's going to be 94 degrees.
Holy fuck.
It's going to be 102 in Las Vegas tomorrow night, but thank God they're in a dome. But still.
Yeah. I guess I don't even think about, because it's starting to cool down here. So it's like.
Right. Well, even today for the Patriots game, they said it's going to be like 84 and humid.
Yep. No shit.
4:25. So you're going to probably see lots of guys dropping like flies today because of the heat in different places, I would imagine. So because a lot of these guys haven't played.
Yeah.
You saw some people on Thursday night that were dropping because they haven't played. So
yeah.
If Tampa Bay doesn't get their shit together on the back end, they're screwed.
Yeah.
Their front seven carried them last year.
Oh yeah.
And they could get away with stuff, but Dallas Prescott tore them apart Thursday night.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper looked like freaking superstars.
Yeah.
Because they're going against people like you and me on the secondary for Tampa Bay. So
yeah. Well, I was my fantasy team. I was like, well, I can start Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper. I was like, I'm gonna start Allen because Cooper goes off for like 40 points, fantasy points, like 3 times a year, and I was like, I don't know, I think Tampa Bay's defense will be pretty. I was like, he'll have an okay game, but I don't think he'll do much. And so that was me at like 6 p.m. and then me at like 6 a.m. the next day was just like, fuck. I was like, God damn.
I started him. So
yeah. I started him in one of my other leagues, so it was okay. But not my money league though.
So okay, so I had my last football draft last Wednesday, the day before the season starts. I had the number 1 pick in the draft because I finished dead last year.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. My team was injury full. It was a shit show. So I drafted Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you pick first, people, you don't pick again until like I didn't pick again until 20. 10-team league. So you watch, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm like, man, why are they? So I got Najee Harris at 20 and I got Joe Mixon at 21. So my
That's
running
not
backs
bad.
were set.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I lucked out pretty much.
Yeah.
Then I took Curtis Samuel with my last pick of the draft, and then he's out on, and now he's out on IR. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay though. Like who'd you end up for quarterback?
well, quarterbacks, it's a 2 quarterback league.
Yeah.
So I kept Jalen Hurts and lost a 10th round pick.
Yeah.
And I draft Jameis Winston late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Because like you said, who knows what he's gonna do?
Yeah. Right. Right.
At this point, it's like it doesn't really matter. So like I had Amari Cooper, DJ Moore, Ty Higgins, Winston. I have Claypool, Chase Edmonds, Devontae Smith, Will Fuller, and Curtis Samuel on my bench.
That's not bad.
Nope. So and I got 38.90 points for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Which I never thought that would actually happen.
But. Yeah, right. Well, he's good for that like 3 or 4 games a year, and then it's like crickets.
Tom Brady got me 29.16, and then Ronald Jones got me negative 0.60.
Yeah.
So he lost a fumble and never went back in, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. So that was my, and I watched the whole thing, just because I was like, I was awake, and I think I went to sleep at like 1:30 that morning.
Yeah.
Up at 6.
Yeah.
Oh well. So this is gonna be news to you, but next Sunday we're gonna have to record late.
Okay.
I am playing in the post office golf tournament in Jado for my father.
Yeah.
His dad and mom are going away for a week and they won't be back. So I'm going to go play up in the post office tournament for my dad.
Nice.
Even though, yes, I did work at the post office for like 3 months. So it does count. So, but still. It does count.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll have to figure out when to record next week. We'll have to record probably late or something. We'll figure it out. But just a little programming note in case anyone actually watches this fucking shit. So. All right. So let's move on to wrestling. There's been a bunch of stories this week, and we got to talk about a lot of them. I guess we can start with Mick Foley's comments because apparently he's pissed everybody off in the WWE.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, he was saying what everybody else has been talking about forever, that, hey, stop, with this stuff, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. We do our thing and it's great. It's better than everybody, And so, he's saying, WWE, we have a problem. And it's like, he was saying, it's like, no, you need to actually like wake up a little bit. And like, so a bunch of like WWE fans or WWE people came out past. They were like, well, that's not what the company needs now. They need somebody coming out and standing with the company and all that stuff. And he's like, he wasn't like speaking out against him. He was saying like, actually like, supportive things about the company. He was just saying, hey, you need to wake up a little bit, which is like, if you actually give a shit about somebody, so that's what you tell, you tell people that they have fucking lettuce in their teeth, right. You don't let them look like an asshole, so, right. So I didn't have any problem with what he said, and it was accurate, I thought.
No, it was 100% accurate. And the problem is no one's going to listen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He can say it all he wants. He can say it on Twitter, Facebook. He can go on Facebook Live, or he can go on podcasts and say it. No one's going to listen because no one cares. Vince McMahon has in his head, this is what people want, and this is what they're going to do, and they're not going to change course. As we talked, we haven't mentioned it on this show, but Triple H had a heart procedure done last week or whatever, and nobody knew about it. They kept it so quiet that the talent in NXT didn't know about it until the WWE put out a press release about it.
Yeah.
Nobody told anybody that Triple H works, that people that work with Triple H, the boss of. No one knew he had a heart procedure. Like none of the talent knew it down in NXT.
Yeah.
So like that would be like, your boss at your job going out on it for a heart procedure, then the big boss tells you a week later, oh yeah, by the way, he's been out for a week because he had a heart procedure done, and you had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be like my boss at work being gone for a week, and then the superintendent, oh by the way, she's blah blah blah. This is what's
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
and we didn't she didn't tell the people that work under her or what?
Yeah.
How that's so. It's mind boggling when you read this stuff. Like no one told anybody about this. Isn't
Yeah.
this kind of like a big deal?
Well, it seems like every year, like their lines of communication just keep getting worse and worse. And I get, because there's more cooks in the kitchen now. So, but still, it's like, uh, yeah, it's just bad.
It's bad. It's not getting any better.
Yeah.
When you bring to Adam Cole, when you say, hey Adam, this is what we're going to do with you, we're going to bring you up to the main roster and you're going to be a manager for Keith Lee. No wonder why you fucking left.
Yeah.
Like that's what your plans were for one of your top 5 best wrestlers on the entire company.
Yeah,
you're going to bring him to the main roster and you're going to turn Keith Lee heel, and then he's going to be Keith Lee's heater and talk.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch NXT? Like, did anyone watch anything Adam Cole's done?
Right.
No. Apparently that was a Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard idea, of course,
Yeah.
Right? Wrap your head around that one. You're going to bring Adam Cole and he's going to be a manager for Keith Lee.
Yeah.
So they're going to put him in the Lilo Rush category with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think they really just want to ruin everybody from NXT. That has the NXT like stink on them.
Mm-hmm. Well, case in point, they totally ruined Karrion Kross.
Yeah, yeah.
John Morrison, he's ruined, and he didn't even go on NXT. When you're shooting a water pistol at a guy in the ring on Raw, and his thing is Johnny Drip Drip, and he talks about moist.
You know what? I think it was on Busted Open. They were talking about how, like, you look at the WWE like fans, like the crowd, and it's like more kids, than you look at WWE and it's like all like the, 24 to 35, it's all like, people, but the WWE, like they're gearing more kids towards kids. That's why you're seeing like dumb squirt gun stuff and all that shit, and cartoony characters and all that. Whereas AEW is more, the serious wrestling and
wow.
To an extent.
Okay. Wait a second here.
You're not going to see those MJF promos on the WWE.
No. We'll talk about that because that was a fuck. That was shoo.
So yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, when you rename one of your female talents to Dewdrop,
I saw that. Yeah.
And you bring back Eva Marie. I will say this though, on a positive note. Lumberjack Brock Lesnar looks fantastic.
Yeah. He's in good shape. I'm not wild about the hair, but who gives a shit, I guess.
It's so cheesy. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Heyman's facial expressions and Heyman's stuff is complete gold.
Yeah.
Complete gold.
Yeah, I watched the clips of.
Oh my God. It was the opening of SmackDown was fantastic.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns gets so much heat and he comes out so slow, so methodical. Like that entrance is longer than Taker's. And we would bitch about that. But it's just that shit is Heyman's gold. And
yeah.
Absolute gold.
Yeah.
And Heyman, introduced with Lesnar, and it was great. And then Lesnar was going to give him an F5, and then he got punched.
Yeah.
It was a great way to open the show. They never said when Lesnar's going to fight Reigns, but I assume it's going to be at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia in October.
Yeah.
Because they've already announced the Demon Finn Balor versus Reigns at Extreme Rules. The Demon.
Cool. Yeah.
And we get Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley on free TV Monday night for the title. Yeah. They should switch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Really.
I mean, why not? Who cares at this point? I mean, yeah, I think Bobby Lashley's had a hell of a run since he's been champion, but switch it. Why not? Who gives a shit at this point?
Yeah.
Titles don't mean shit anymore.
No. Titles don't mean anything. Pay-per-views don't mean anything.
Nope. So Fox wanted the WWE to sign CM Punk, right? And they were even offering to help pay for his salary.
No shit.
Yep. But they played games with Punk, and Punk decided to go to it with AEW.
Yeah.
So wrap your head around that. Fox is telling the WWE to sign CM Punk, and they're like, no, I don't know. His attitude, we don't want to sign him.
Yeah. Well, that's what, I saw in an interview that he had said, he had kind of gotten back into some talks. He said, if I come back, no more games. And he goes, the first thing they did was play games. And he goes, cool. I'm out. I'm not here.
So Kevin Owens' contract expires January 31st, 2022.
Yep.
Kevin Owens is going to AEW.
Yeah.
To be with his friends.
Yeah, Jericho.
Yeah. And Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Jimmy Jacobs is there, but still.
I don't know,
Yeah. But okay, so I'll say this, and we've said this before. Are AEW signing too many guys?
Yeah, well, that's been my concern for a while, is you just try to sign everybody, but still, I like their setup of, sticking to the quarterly pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Like, none of this 1 a month bullshit. But so do that. But but by doing that, it's like you're still gonna try to stuff, the proverbial, 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. So that's my concern. You sign all these guys, but maybe you do it right, and these people don't have to be on TV every week.
Well, they said that from the beginning, and that hasn't really come to fruition very much,
right?
Has it?
Right. No. So to me, they're signing too many people, but all the people they're signing, I'm like, that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good. For the most part, I could give a shit about Andrade, but I like their other signings.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't argue with, Adam Cole and Punk and Bryan Danielson, and like it's tough to argue against that shit. And if Bray Wyatt comes in, I don't know.
All I know is things are going to get very interesting. They already are, but it's going to be more interesting because now the rumor is Bray Wyatt could show up in September.
Yeah.
Let me read you what I have right here. I have it in front of me. So they said Bray Wyatt could debut in AEW on September 29th in Rochester, New York. I don't know how, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And then they also said he could also report debut on Impact on October 23rd. So I don't really know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
He got released on July 31st. So unless he got some sort of clearance to get out early, which they've done, it's going to be very interesting in the next couple of weeks. What's going to actually happen?
Yeah.
And how do you debut him?
So I wonder what the date. What was the date of his last match?
I don't know, but the day you got released is when there's 90 days from that day, unless he somehow negotiated a buyout early because you still
Yeah,
get paid for 90 days.
yeah. Because that's what I'm wondering, if that time in between his last match and when he got cut,
I don't
or
know
if he
because
said,
his last
okay,
match was WrestleMania
yeah,
night one, two, night two, because he was the opening match for night two.
yeah.
God, I know too much shit.
So, but yeah, so yeah, I don't. So that's what, maybe in between the time he officially got, he worked something out where it was like, okay, fucking buy
Uh,
me out. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, the sooner the better. But
what do you do with him?
well, I mean, I think, as we said in like the group, like he becomes the new Dark Order guy.
Yeah, but that's been such a joke.
Yeah,
Like it's been such a shit show joke. How are you going to turn that into a serious group now? Like that's the thing.
yeah,
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. I guess Tony Khan's smarter than us, so I guess he'll
yeah.
figure it out. So,
At least richer than us too. So
oh wow, his dad's richer than us. Let's
yeah,
be
it's
real
bad.
here. Come on. When does dad tell him, "Hey, stop spending my money"?
I don't know. Right now, he's getting a good return on it, but
Is he? Is he making any money right now? You think?
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Well, they're in the hole because their video game that they
yeah.
haven't come out with yet.
But yeah, they just released some of the
Images.
yeah.
It looks.
So
It looks.
yeah, it'll be fun. It looked better actually than I thought it would.
It looked better than the WWE 2K shit that's been out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But the issue will be gameplay, online
Yeah.
play, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
Right. Yeah. If the
um,
game sucks, it doesn't matter what the graphics
oh,
look
if the
like.
game sucks, they're gonna lose so much money.
Yeah. Like check out the reviews of all the WWE games the last like
The last,
5 years.
yeah,
They're all like 1-2 stars.
yeah. Well, when you can buy the latest WWE game on Xbox homepage for like $10, that's probably a problem because that's what I did. It was like it was like 80% off or whatever. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's 10, sweet, I'll buy it. Why
Yeah. Hasn't even been out that long. That's
right,
great.
exactly, because it's fucking terrible. So,
Yeah.
all right, so we'll move on to Dynamite. Did you
Yeah.
enjoy Dynamite at all this week?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I liked the promos.
Yeah.
You know, that was my favorite part. The wrestling was fine. It was just okay, but
Well, I mean, they let Will Hobbs and that Dante Martin shine, which was fine.
that was a good match.
Malachi Black and Dustin Rhodes was good for what it was.
Yeah.
But the promos, man, like
The promos were just great.
the Lucha Brothers promo, the Lucha Brothers promo was fantastic.
Yep.
Punk coming out was great, and then getting Taz interrupting him.
Yep.
So I'm down for Punk and Ricky Starks.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm so down with that. That would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm even down for Punk and Will Hobbs, honestly. I mean, give that kid some shine. Why not?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, Punk going up against a monster heel. Oh man.
Yeah.
Give me that all day.
Right.
Omega.
Yeah, I thought the back and forth between him and Taz were great. It was great. So
when he cut the promo on Taz or Survive If I, oh man, that was great.
Yeah.
Made me happy.
Yeah.
And then we get MJF.
Yeah.
Well, first Punk shouts out Brian Pillman's aunt Linda, who took care of them. Okay. Yeah. And that was cool.
Yeah.
Half hour later, MJF comes out and
it shits all over. Yeah. Him, his sister, her, and then Pillman's kid, daughter, and Pillman's ex-wife, or
Melanie. Oh my god.
Methany.
Yeah, Methany. Oh my god. I was like, for real?
Yeah, that was fucking great. It was, and I liked seeing Pillman Jr. get some love.
Yeah, especially in Cincinnati.
Yeah. So, Yeah. So, but yeah, the fucking MJ, just the biggest dick like in wrestling today.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that like I said, my favorite part of the week was the promos. So
Oh, man. And then you got Adam Cole coming out and talking with the elite, and Omega
yeah.
talks, and then Brian Danielson comes out. I like the fact that he's going right after Kenny Omega,
Yeah. Me too.
but how do you book it?
I don't know.
Do you give Brian the title?
Well, it depends on when they build to like I don't know. I think they should put the title on him, but just because I'm tired of seeing Kenny with the belt though. So um
Well,
but Kenny, the number one wrestler in the world. So
I don't agree with that.
oh come on. They're always so accurate. Um
Honestly, I thought Reigns would win.
yeah. It's typically whoever like the like champion is
Yeah.
for WWE.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I literally thought Reigns would win.
yeah.
Um, for the run he's had since he's been back, I literally thought Reigns would win.
Yeah.
I'm like, Omega, really?
Yeah. I'm interested I'll pick up that issue. I used to have a subscription, but I think it ran out. So I'll pick up that. I always just like that's my favorite issue of the year anyway. I like seeing when like some of the local or New England talent gets
Oh,
uh,
speaking of local talent, at the AEW dark tapings yesterday, Anthony Green and Coach
yeah,
Stallion fought FTR.
yeah, that was cool.
And
I
they
didn't watch the match, but I saw that he did it. So
no, it's it was that was all spoilers. That should be coming up on because they filmed a bunch of dark episodes at the Universal Studios.
yeah,
And tickets are free.
yeah,
So if you're ever in Orlando, which you'll never will be, go to AEW dark taping.
yeah, right, exactly.
But no, Dynamite was like you said, overall good promo show.
Yeah,
Moxley and whatever was fine at the end.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, they set up the Grand Slam show, Cody versus Malachi Black, so Cody's
yeah,
gonna win.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
I think Malachi should win, but that's just me.
yeah. I need to, but
He's already beat him once, so God can't beat him again.
yeah, right, right.
So that'll be a big show because so far tickets for that show they've sold 18,000 tickets for that show.
Holy fuck.
So that'll be their biggest gate to date.
Yeah,
So they're gonna fill most likely they're gonna fill Arthur Ashe Stadium
yeah,
for a stadium show,
yeah. So that's cool.
and they're gonna get 13,000 in Newark on Wednesday.
Good for them.
Yep, and then they go to Long Island in December, a week after Raw's there,
Yeah.
and they've already
Same
sold
building?
and they've already sold same building, and they've already sold 5,000 tickets already.
Yeah.
So people are loving this AEW thing, man. Like for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. I mean, like even like the views, I the uh Wednesday night, I think they did like was it like almost 1.3, 1.4, like something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean that's crazy.
And
Yeah.
and then All Out reportedly suppressed SummerSlam for Google searches.
Yeah.
And then they said the updated attendance for All Out was, let's see, they said they did 200,000 buys, and they said they drew an attendance of 10,164 in a gate that was worth 700 grand,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest live gate in their history
Yeah.
up until September 22nd when they're gonna break that. They might make $1 million in ticket sales that night.
Yeah.
It could be close.
Yeah.
18,000 people in there.
Yeah.
And then SmackDown drew 14,000 to MSG Friday night,
Yeah.
and it was the highest grossing SmackDown gate of all time.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man, I guess it makes sense.
I thought there was a mask mandate in New York because nobody in the crowd had masks on.
I don't know. I can't keep up.
They brought out Trey Young. Did you see Sami Zayn?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And he had on a Kevin Knox jersey that he doesn't even play.
Yeah.
Well, he plays a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's on the team.
He's on the team. They wasted. He was like pick 8 like 2 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm getting a text message. I should never have bought a truck.
Why?
Because I get a text message from Barbie's oldest daughter that says, "Hey, can we borrow your truck to go get a fridge? Oh, wait, can you come instead?"
Yeah. Yeah. Should have got that Prius.
Could have strapped it to the top of the Prius.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Seems like every weekend now you're moving somebody in or out.
I am. I'm moving in, moving out. I'm just I should just open up my own moving company.
Yeah. I mean, you actually probably maybe you should. At this point, I mean, fuck, get paid.
At this point,
at least get paid for some of this shit. So
yeah, Frank's movers.
Yeah.
Get suspenders.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it. Just suspenders and shoes. Just let it all hang out, like whatever. Hey, I'm here to move you, and just show up.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
That would be hilarious. So
yeah.
I mean, at this rate, I'm gonna have to work like 85 jobs. So it's no big deal.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you might as well.
Might as well get paid for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Oh,
these were advertised by CM Punk, so I went out and bought some.
Oh, do you have a Larry hoodie too?
No, I don't. Not yet.
I still can't believe he has a hoodie of his dog.
Yeah,
it's just fucking great. I don't think I would do that if I don't know. I can't get a hoodie that says Jeter on it with a picture of my dog on the back.
Yeah, right.
I'm not that cool enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Speaking of Jeter,
he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
I loved how he shit on the one writer that didn't vote him in though.
Oh, I didn't see any of that. What did he say?
He's like, thanks to the one writer that didn't vote me in unanimously.
It was probably Shaughnessy from.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember what they said it was, but apparently he didn't like him because he used to give girls gift baskets when Brittany broke up with them. So apparently he didn't get a gift basket. So
yeah. Apparently.
No, well deserved. One of the best Yankees ever. And there's been a lot of them. A kid from Kalamazoo, Michigan becomes one of the greatest Yankees of all time and now is in the Hall of Fame. It's mind-boggling,
Yeah.
But when the scout saw him, he said he was going to be a Hall of Famer anyway. So
really?
Brought him up when he was what, 8, 19, 20?
Yeah, he was pretty young, yeah.
Brought him up at the end of 95, and then 96 they won the World Series. Then he won 98, 99, 2000, and then they didn't win again until 09. So they should have won in 2001, but fucking Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling had other things. So
yeah, they really should. I mean, Christ.
If they would have won in 01 after 9/11,
that's what I mean.
Fuck.
Like, I know you're in Arizona, you want to win everything, but it's like, how do you not just like, we got to give it up for the storyline.
Just groove a fastball and say, here you go, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I mean, well, think about it. They won games 3, 4, and 5 in dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
In old Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
George Bush threw out the pitch for game 3. And I think he's quoted as saying, if I don't throw a strike, they're going to boo me out of the building. And he threw a perfect strike and the place went fucking batshit crazy.
It was actually like one of the best like opening pitches.
That was probably the best one ever. Let's be like, that's I mean, he's in full fucking
Yeah,
body armor too. Like,
yeah,
and he's fucking throwing a strike from the
yeah,
mound. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and he was what, 60s then?
yeah, probably. Yeah, had to have been. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I can't imagine our president now throwing out a first pitch now with body armor on. He wouldn't make it probably 2 feet in front of him.
I can't imagine the last three throwing a first pitch and getting it anywhere near the plate
Imagine the Donald throwing out the first pitch somewhere
with his non-stroke hand or
with
with
his
his.
non. Yeah, wow.
Would he throw it with two hands like the water? Like... No, the cool thing about Bush was he had all that time with the Rangers. I mean, he was a baseball guy,
right. Yeah, he was the only. Yeah.
So, so it was like, yeah. So I mean, it was. I mean, no pun intended, but it was a home run for him to come out and do that. So
I have to go to Charleston to get this refrigerator.
this must be some refrigerator, Yeah. Yeah, they're giving it away at the the juvenile correctional facility. We're just gonna go there to get it. Not a big deal.
Good God.
Yeah. So, well, that's fun. That's a fun Sunday activity.
I want to watch football.
I know that's like. Talking to Christina today. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I just want to hang out and watch football. Just want to relax today. That's all I want to do."
And
she's like, "No." No, she's like, "Nope. That's fine." It's just like I'll make. We got pizza and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, no, I told it, like well in advance. I'm like, opening day, Sunday, big day. You get like a million fantasy teams. I'm gonna have to like. This is I gotta do stuff. So, and she's like, nope, that's cool. So. But yeah, so so I'm just gonna go over there and hang out on the couch. So
my kid's got a birthday party at 1:00.
oh, nice.
That's a Laura Hoyt pool in Hamden.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's fun.
I'll be in Charleston getting a fridge.
Yeah, you'll be. Yeah. You should stop by the party after, so she thinks she's getting a fridge for her birthday. Put it right in your room. It's great. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
So the WWE offered Daniel Bryan basically the same amount of money that he got in AEW.
Yeah.
He just wanted to go to AEW for basically to prove himself and to try to help them.
Yeah, and have more control over his own character.
See, the WWE was willing to let him work outside of the company in order to get him to resign.
Yeah.
They offered Danielson a deal that would have allowed him to work dates in New Japan, and some of the details on Danielson's contract talks with WWE and AEW were reported this week in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. According to the new report, the WWE gave Danielson a major offer to get him to stay under the WWE banner that was said to be similar to the offer from AEW. WWE's offer reportedly included a major guarantee that would have made Danielson among the largest paid ring athletes in the company, limited dates so he could spend more time at home with his family, and permission to work outside of the WWE. In the last few months, WWE reportedly made another hard push to sign Danielson to a long-term deal, which is said to have promised him the allowance to work in New Japan. It was also rumored that Vince McMahon gave Danielson permission to work the G1 Climax tournament.
Yeah.
AEW is said to have made the same offer to Danielson. You might recall there were reports of the WWE president Nick Khan being in talks with New Japan earlier this year, with the WWE looking to become the exclusive American partner for AEW for New Japan.
Yeah.
AEW president Tony Khan even cut a promo on these reports last May, called out Nick Khan. Tony Khan apparently made those comments after he was confident a deal with the WWE New Japan would not be made. Meanwhile, AEW continued to use New Japan wrestlers throughout the summer and now into September.
Yeah.
Additionally, the Observer newsletter reported in his latest contract talks, Danielson was motivated to ultimately sign with AEW as he believed it would be the best thing for the wrestling industry. Other points the former WWE World Champion considered were that if he were to stay in the WWE, it would potentially help open up relationships with the WWE and New Japan. Also, Danielson hoped it would enable some of his friends who were being underutilized in the WWE to work with New Japan talents to show that they were better than what they typically are able to do in the WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yes, we all know Brian's not working the G1 this year because of the pandemic, but it is noted that New Japan and the G1 were still a major long-term part of Danielson's negotiations with both companies.
Yeah.
So it looks like he is going to work the G1 that we've all been saying for months. It's just not going to be this year.
Yeah.
So imagine Brian in the D1 next year, G1 next year.
Yeah. Be awesome. But, hey, that's good. If basically both companies are offering him the same thing, I think he was just soured or just done with WWE.
I think so. But I'll say this: they did make him a star.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And
yeah.
They were reluctant to make him a star.
Yeah.
And we'll circle back to this one. They made him a star because Punk left.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Punk didn't leave, he would not have become what he was at WrestleMania 30.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Punk walking away at the end of January 14 catapulted Bryan into the main event stardom. The fans shit all over Batista winning the Royal Rumble in 2014. Nobody wanted to see Batista and Randy Orton at WrestleMania, even though that was the plan.
Yeah.
They put Bryan in there. He had to go through Triple H first and had a hell of a match to open the show. And then they had a hell of a 3-man match at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, like CM Punk, Bryan was that underdog fan favorite guy,
Mm-hmm.
So you say, yeah, so that makes sense. Makes perfect sense why he got just replace that character with him. So, but yeah. And now they're together again.
They are, and apparently they talked backstage and stuff like that, and they had a good time. So,
yeah.
How far apart do you keep Bryan and Punk?
I think you keep them pretty far apart for a while anyway. So,
which one do you turn first, Punk?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's hard because
it is hard because we all love Punk as a heel.
Yeah, right.
Like, Punk is better as a heel. Everyone knows that. Okay. Yeah. No, that's not a secret to anybody. Okay. Right. Heel Punk is the greatest thing ever. Okay. Yeah. Heel Bryan isn't that great.
Right.
But the issue is you can't turn either one of them at all right now, if not ever, because of what they already have. Yeah. And if you sign Kevin Owens and if you sign Bray Wyatt, they're immediate heels.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So then I guess you just keep Punk and Bryan on the face side.
Yeah, until those guys come in, and then yeah. No, I don't know. I can't picture it anytime soon.
Well, just think about it.
Just over.
Think about he'd be Kevin Steen. Think about a Kevin Steen CM Punk feud in AEW.
It would be fucking awesome. Yeah.
Think about a Bray Wyatt CM Punk feud in AEW.
Yeah.
CM Punk, Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson versus Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Danielson versus Omega. Like Malachi Black versus Daniel Bryan or CM Punk.
Yep.
Like, I'd love to see Cody Rhodes fight Punk or Bryan. I know that'll never happen, but that would be fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
The possibilities is endless.
Yeah.
And the wrestling industry is back to basically maybe what it was when we were in high school beginning of college, maybe to a point. It's
Yeah.
exciting, or it's exciting now.
It's back to there's that excitement level again, which it hasn't been for
20 years.
years. Yeah. So
I mean, it hasn't really been exciting since Austin Rock.
right.
They tried to do it with Cena and Rock, and it really didn't go over very well.
Right.
Because they did once in a lifetime at WrestleMania 28, and then they did it again the next year.
Yeah.
Oh, once in a lifetime. Oh, twice in a lifetime. Yay.
Yeah.
Because they set that up at 27 and booked it out for a year. And then The Rock would randomly show up at random times, and Cena would cut promos, like kind of heelish, but not, you know what I mean? Then they did the match. Oh, yeah, we're going to do it again next year.
Yeah.
That's when Punk really started to get sour, when they took the title off him, when he lost to The Rock at Rumble. At that Rumble.
Yeah.
That's, okay, because he's like, why do I have to lose?
Yeah, right.
He was already on that on that year and a half long whatever run. And then, we Rock and Cena need the title. For what?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, they're going to fight again. Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, can I be in it too? No. Why?
No.
Why not? and those are all valid questions, because he was the biggest heel at the time.
Yep.
Because remember, he was a face, and then they turned him heel.
Yep.
They put him with Heyman.
Yep.
And then he's like, well, why can't I be in it? No. That won't work. Why? I mean, because they already had the thing at that anniversary of Raw, where he hit The Rock and stuff like that. I mean, they could have easily put him in that match, and that would have been 1,000 times better than what it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe if they would have put him in that match, he never would have left, because he would have been the main event.
Yeah.
A lot of what ifs.
Yeah, I know.
What if I didn't shave? What if I didn't have 85 colors in my beard?
Mine keeps it's becoming more and more one color, and unfortunately that color is white.
Well, here's what I say. Shave your head and just have a white beard, you'd be all set.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it. At this point, that's all I'm gonna do. So, as my assistant principal says, I love your 70s mustache, Frank. And I'm like, what? My 70s mustache? I have everything else. I think he called me a porno stash. He called me like, I like your 70s pornos. And I was like, really? I thought it was like, I don't know.
You should have sued him for sexual harassment.
I should have. Actually, I could probably still do it. Everybody else fucking sues everybody at that fucking place. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
So speaking of places, the Herman School Department, middle school and high school, are remote this coming week.
Yeah.
Because there's 13 cases of COVID at the middle school and 21 at the high school.
So weird.
So weird that would happen, right?
I never saw this coming.
Never saw it coming. No. So we get a text message Thursday morning telling us about their plans. But however, the kids still went to school Thursday, and then they were off on Friday, and then they were remote all week this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then wouldn't you want to put like maybe the elementary school remote too? Because wouldn't you think there's kids that are related that might have some, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
There's 8 cases where I am.
Yeah. Just in the high school?
Yeah. There's cases down at the middle school and the elementary school.
Yeah. But can't go remote.
Can't go remote because you know what? If you go remote, or if you go how it was, you'll lose all your state funding.
Yeah.
That was in an email from our superintendent in Herman. He actually said that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
That if we go fully remote, we will lose our state funding. They are threatening. They want the kids in school.
Huh.
Even though this variant supposedly worse than the original variant.
Yeah.
But we still want everybody in school. My wife called and bitched.
Yeah.
Really didn't get any responses back.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, they don't know what to say.
Yeah, right.
And that's the issue. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to say when people have questions. So
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
but COVID's everywhere.
Yep.
But it's the
Yeah, we got it at my work now, so that's exciting. So,
how many people are out at your work?
I just won right now. So
Carrier?
yep.
Did he get it from delivering people's mail?
Not sure. So
Wouldn't that be something? COVID's
yeah,
on mail now. You can't deliver mail.
yeah. So how's that? I mean, Christ, I got over 500 deliveries a day. It's like I go to a lot of places, So
Yeah.
but no, I don't know. It's he and his whole family have it right now. So
Oh, that's
he's got
fantastic.
2 young kids. So so I didn't talk to him yesterday. He and his wife are both vaccinated, so it's like they had like one bad day, and then it was okay. But worried about the kids obviously more than they are themselves.
Right. Yeah. As because the kids 5 to 12 can't get the vaccine, but that's eventually going to change.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you're going to have in order to leave your house, you're going to have to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to.
Yeah.
When our fearless leader comes out and says anybody over 100 workers at your place of employment have to be vaccinated or take weekly tests. Yeah. How does that work? How are you guys exempt? Barbie asked me that, and I was like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. That's what we're all like. Wait, what the fuck?
You're
like
federal
literally
employees
who interact with
the public,
millions of people a day.
Yeah, I don't we can figure that out. She's like, what? I'm like, I'll ask Matt today.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody's been asking at work. They're like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, but that's the thing. It's like none of it changes every day. And then they came out and said, well, it's not under this mandate, but it's under the OSHA one. And it's like, well, the information you're giving, like even the information the Postal Service gives us about like masks and everything, they're still just kind of like my boss was like, I don't even understand what they're trying to tell me. Like the rules are so vague that they're like, it doesn't make any sense. So it's more confusion. As
more hysteria, more people panicking, having panic attacks, or people's anxieties up. When it doesn't need to be.
Right.
Just set a fucking clear rule and fucking leave it at that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's.
But so they change it. Like even we talked about before. The healthcare mandate.
Yeah.
It was like by what was it?
It was by October 1st.
And now they're like, well, by November 1st.
Yeah.
And I guarantee they're going to say by December 1st. And then they're going to say, it's one of those things that it's like, it's a threat, but it's like, I'm not sure it's, like, I don't believe hardly any of these threats at this point. So
the problem is you don't know what to believe. So that's
right. Yeah.
They've said so much stuff that's misinformation, not true, and you don't know what to believe anymore, and that's sad. First, okay, now we're gonna have these boosters, but the boosters are only for old people and people that have weak immune systems.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like giving a flu shot booster.
Yeah.
People are getting these shots and getting sick. People are dying.
Yeah.
People are dying from not being vaccinated. People are dying that actually got vaccinated. But they don't want to report any of that shit.
Yeah.
It's the unvaccinated. Basically, what the text message we got from the principal of Herman was, it's the unvaccinated is why we have to go into a quarantine. Get your kids vaccinated.
Yeah, with the exception of like people who are vaccinated are getting sick.
Right. Yeah. But okay, but the people that are vaccinated can also spread it to other people too.
Correct.
So we're gonna blame the unvaccinated, but why don't we just blame everybody?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Either you want to get vaccinated or not. Like, it's not really whatever. But the state of Maine put a law in September 1st that all kids had to be vaccinated in order to go to school. And they slid the COVID vaccine in there, I believe.
Yeah. Huh.
But how can they slide it in there if it's not available from ages 5 to 12?
Yeah, I don't know.
5 to 11, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah. But it's Sunday and it's
football day. It's football day. Oh, well, okay. Well, listen to this though. So at my kid's school, there's 2 kids that have COVID, and like pre-K. The kids that are involved in the pool testing don't have to quarantine.
I don't understand.
See what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any logical sense.
Yeah.
But the issue is that I have is, if it's so bad now, why are we in school? Why are these kids in school?
Yeah.
Wearing a fucking mask. First it's don't wear a mask, then it's wear a mask. Then it's wear double mask. Then don't wear a mask at all. Then wear a mask. Then be 6 feet apart. Now it's 3 feet apart. Blah, blah, blah. Like, make up your fucking minds, people. They don't fucking know. That's a problem.
No, well, yeah, you said it.
And Fauci's a piece of shit and should rot in hell and drop dead.
Yeah.
That fucking guy has changed his mind on shit. Well,
that's what I mean. It's like nobody. It's tough. It's tough when you don't have like that one person that can. It's like, this is the direct path, but it's like it's every week. It's like a different guessing game.
It is, but it's all Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Pretty soon they're gonna blame 9/11 on Trump, and that happened 20 years ago.
Yeah. I saw him on that plane. So.
Yeah, he was on that plane. Yeah, he survived.
Parachuted out at the last minute.
That's right. With his hair.
Yeah, with his hair. Yeah.
No, but I'm really, look, and I'll say this before we get out of here. I'm really surprised nothing has actually happened yet with everything going on.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part, is because like the 20th anniversary, everything with Afghanistan, you would think, I thought something bad might happen, and I shouldn't think that way, but you know, I don't know. I hope not, but fuck.
Yeah. We'll see.
Just, don't come to Maine. Just stay away from us.
Yeah, just stay. Yeah. Well, that's the beauty. It's like, they would come here and be like, "Oh shit, looks like somebody already fucking hit this area. let's go someplace else."
Yeah, go to Cedar Street and over there, bomb that. Or do anything else. Like,
I mean, that is kind of like the beauty of, like, not being in a big city, and it's kind of, we don't have those, because it's like, they couldn't do enough mass destruction here, to.
No, I mean you could do it, you could do some damage, but like, it's not going to be.
But it's not the same as
1 million people in New York City.
Right.
It'd be like 10,000 in Bangor or whatever, but I mean, so fuck, if you dropped a nuclear bomb on Cedar Street and all the way up there, it would help Bangor's drug population for sure. So
yeah, I mean, the one thing we're good about, we have in Maine, we have 2 different defense bases in the state, and I mean, we're set up that way because we're the odds of a nuclear bomb ever coming, they have to go all the way across the ocean, and then here,
right,
0 chance of that happening. It would be something else. So
right, and they would probably drop it at the airport before anywhere else.
Yeah,
because Bangor's the hub for all those international planes that come over here and fuel up and fly and keep on going.
Yeah, right. So
remember when Tiger Woods was spotted in Bangor and it was Dwayne Peoples?
Yeah, I was in the Twilight League with him at the time when that happened, and so we golfed every, I think, Thursday night.
Yeah.
It's like, and of course, and he did wear that night. I mean, we were on the same team, so he and I, so he wore the Nike fucking
Tiger hat.
Oh yeah, and so him and Mark Hall.
Yeah.
Fucking out and about. Yeah, so it was Mark Hall and Tiger Woods were out at Dunkin' Donuts. And
yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to Maine.
Welcome to Maine. Well, I got one for you. So
It's a
Randy,
brown person. It's Tiger Woods.
so Randy Carver posted on Twitter, the owner of Limitless, who we all love and admire. He goes, "My neighbor hit a moose," and she put it on. She announced on Facebook. "Oh, so I hit a moose on my way home, and I'm pregnant too." And she announced it all in one post.
Is the moose the dad?
I don't know. Only in Maine. Only in Maine. I'm gonna say like it's absolutely hysterical. Let me see if I can find it because he liked my reply. Yeah, Taste of Maine. My neighbor hit a moose last night and made a post about it while also announcing her pregnancy all in one swoop.
Then he was like, "Oh, I got to get a moose to fight a girl in a match."
Oh, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew that was gonna happen. I just knew it. So we're gonna have an alien versus a moose.
Yeah, alien versus a moose. Yeah, a real live alien versus a real live moose. So, yeah,
That would be a good match.
yeah,
And throw in a zombie.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Or, or I mean, if we're staying in Maine, like, we could do like one of those like needle juice, like zombies that are downtown.
That is true. Walk around Pickering Square. Just grab anybody.
Just don't say needle juice 3 times.
They'll come out and kill you. Yeah. Yeah, or we can just grab a person that sits in the middle of the road with a sign. That makes more money than you and I put together.
Yeah, $100 or $200 a day. So, not bad.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, a guy across the street from me does.
Are you serious?
He said he makes $100 to $200 a day. Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't do it every day, but still.
Does he have a job?
Yeah, no, he's like disabled military. So
you would think people would want to. You think he'd go to the VA and get help?
Oh well, he already gets VA help,
and he's still going to get.
This is walking around money.
This is cigarettes and coffee brandy money and lottery tickets.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I told you these people make more money than you and I combined.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We should do that with a sign that says, "Just promote our podcast."
Yeah, yeah. Bringing like a sick dog.
Yeah. Wear a gorilla suit. Oh, that didn't sound good.
Watch our show or the dog gets it. So.
My wife would kill me if I did that.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. But
no, she'd kill me.
My girlfriend would kill me too. So.
Yeah, this is the lady who is like sees a dog on the side of the road. Can we? No, go. Yeah. Fuck, shut up. No. Yeah. God, yeah. I swear to God, I always said when we bought this house that we have a 2-car garage, that she turned my 2-car garage into a fucking doggy daycare or dog shelter. I come home from work and there's fucking 80 dogs in my house. She's like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that without telling you." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
What was I supposed to do? You're at work all day.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like we don't talk all day, so you couldn't tell this.
Yeah.
So instead of Frank's Trucking, it's going to be Frank's Kennels.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
No. Me neither.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Fuck, I could barely get up and go to work half the time anyway. So.
Yeah.
But it's better.
Yeah.
Kids are back. Kids are great.
Yeah.
Teachers are back.
Not so great.
Yeah, there's a certain teacher back too that we'll just leave it at that. All right. Well, that's it. Football.
Yep.
Football.
Best of luck to your fantasy team.
You too. Now, are you gonna have sex with your jersey on or without it on today?
I assume with it on, just because I feel like I'm really in the game.
I figured that you would get to Christina's house, strip everything off but your jersey, just sit on the couch all day.
Well, actually, I'm gonna take the jersey off and just wear a helmet.
That would be something. Yeah. All right. Well, this has been our show. What a fucking train wreck this has been, but it's fun. Like I said, we'll figure out recording for next week because I'm playing golf as my father, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's it. We're done. Goodbye. It's over.